Hi guys. Okay, so not gonna go into details on the Big Bang Theory. Comedy, hilarious, awesome, blah 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 blah. Monday was Gotham episode 2. I did not watch Gotham because I didn't watch episode 1. Have I've decided that I'm gonna binge watch it when season 1 is done, so I'll have more time to, I'll have more time later on in the year because it's fall season, lots of shows are on, and I really don't have the time. So okay, Sleepy Hollow. Oh my God, I knew Henry was up to something with that pen. Further proving the pen is mightier than the sword. So now I'm terrified. What exactly the sheriff Orlando Brown's character. I'm forgetting everybody's name. The sheriff, the police officer, man, sir. I'm terrified of what he signed because I'm like, oh my god, this is like a blood contract or something, and we all know from watching horror movies that this is never good. When you sign something in blood, bad things always happen. The new sheriff in town, she ain't taking no talk from anybody. Like she arrested Abby's sister. Well, yes, you have a big bag of guns with you, you're gonna get arrested, obviously. So, let's see what happens. Cause, I mean, and the fact that Katrina, got her name right this time, decided to play the mole and infiltrate the headless horseman and Henry's plans. Very smart, very smart. You saw the headless horseman was trying to manipulate Katrina, like, oh, Ichabod doesn't really love you. You notice who he went for? Abby. Blah 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 blah. Nice try, but Katrina knows Ichabod loves her. I mean, she's a brave soul because I would have ran like, yeah, let's go. We're free. I'm gone. But again, the headless horseman did say that he would track her down to the ends of the earth. So I guess the safest place would be beside him. I don't know. Hopefully she has a plan because if not, this is gonna backfire big time. So fingers crossed. Can't wait for episode 3. Yeah, can't wait for episode 3. See what happens. I'm excited. Okay, the Mindy project. Sorry, again, feeling ill. I'm not gonna go too in depth with this episode, but it was very, very cute, very funny. Paying your taxes is important. That's all I'm gonna say. The scene where Mindy was in the elevator with Danny, that cute ex-boyfriend lawyer guy, and the other, uh, the holistic optometrics people guy. When Minnie was in the elevator with those three guys, and I kept thinking, didn't she have sex with all three of them at some point? Like, who hasn't had that awkward moment where they're trapped in an enclosed space with their boyfriend and ex-lovers? Yeah, yeah, it happens. Anyway, it was a very cute and adorable episode, and yeah, I love the mini project, so that's that. Okay, so Sons of Anarchy. I don't know if anybody saw Kurt Sutter's tweet about the last Sons of Anarchy episode. The episode is called Poor Little Lambs. Um, actually laughed a lot in this Sons of Anarchy episode, which should have indicated to me that bad things are gonna happen. Every time there's a Sons of Anarchy episode where I laugh a little too hard, bad things happen. First of all, what happened? I mean, okay, Tiggy and Venus. Oh my god, I love Venus so much. Like, oh, I love their dynamic. They're so odd and weird and adorable, and I love them. And they can't be together. They're like a tragic love story that hasn't even started. I just love them so much. They're so cute. And when they kissed, I was like, ah! Well, it was like, and then, and then, yay! It was. I was having a lot of emotions at one time when they kissed. But I was like, this episode's feeling too happy, and you know. And as soon as I started saying this episode's feeling too happy and feel goody, the member of the triad threw a grenade into the ice cream shop. Kablooey explosion. Of course, that was just a mere distraction to what the real intention was when the triad rolled up in Nero's place and just like flatten everybody. Like, I don't think there was anybody alive. Like, everybody's dead. And it just so happens, luckily, Gemma wasn't hanging out there. Well, not luckily, because we would all be like, yay, Gemma's dead. But, Gemma, like, missed that whole AK spraying by, like, the skin of her nose. No, I saw Gemma put a silencer in her bag, so I don't know if she's gonna try and purposely, like, permanently silence Juice. Juice better watch his back. What is wrong with Juice, by like, Juice is going through some things, as Rick from The Walking Dead would say. Juice is going through some things and some stuff. I don't know what's Juice. Speaking of Juice, this is my last point on Sons of Anarchy because I remember I said a couple episodes before, like, something bad's gonna happen. Like, the triad is gonna know that this they don't take crap. They know something's up. So said, so done. I guess Jax thought like they would have, maybe they wouldn't have figured things out, or they would have figured it out before it was too late. No, 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 no. Don't underestimate the triad. But final point on Sons of Anarchy. I would like to thank Kurt Sutter for showing us again another episode where we see Juice's juicy booty. It is a very, very lovely booty. Yes, the end. See you next week, guys. Okay, awkward. I'm trying to figure out what Jenna and Matty are doing. Like, seriously, guys, aren't you tired of each other? I'm not like keen on the whole relationship stuff, so I can't say, oh my god, they're meant for each other, whatever. I'm like, yeah, get out. Like, clearly y'all not working out. Y'all too young to be doing this anyway. Just stop. Just stop. But anyway, so they decided that they were gonna cop block each other at this New Year's Eve party, which confused the hell out of me because I was like, how is it New Year's in the TV show and it's fall in reality? Yeah, I got a little confused there. Don't worry about it. And it just so happens that what, because Matty went off with what he thought was some, what the information she got was some from with some older woman who turned out to be his mom, by the way. You decided you had to go like hook up with some dude. What is wrong with you? Can't don't you have a backbone? Can't you stand up for yourself? What's wrong? Was I this? I'm trying to remember if I was this boy crazy as a teenager. Like, I'm pretty sure I had other things to worry about, like my grades and getting into a university and not sucking at life. I don't know, but we'll see because it looks like next episode that's what everybody's worrying about, getting into university and making sure their grades are good. So we'll see if all that, boy craziness will help Jenna get into college. Yeah, good job. Good luck with that, Jenna. Gemma or Jenna? Oh, Jenna. Oops, Jenna is awkward. Gemma is Sons of Anarchy. My bad. This episode of Person of Interest, what was it called? Nautilus. Um, the premise was that there was this game set up by we don't know who, and you don't know the purpose of the game until you get to the end, or if people even make it to the end of the game. It turns out that this whole game's devised by the machine, not the good machine, but the bad machine, the other machine, set out to recruit humans in their crusade against whatever. And poor Finch was trying to just stop this girl from like completing the game, and you know it turns out that the machine, she won the game, and the machine is recruiting her for whatever nefarious purposes this machine has, because what the machine did was, apparently the machine had her hack into another company's thingy majigger, scientific term, and leak their information because they were pretty much doing the same thing that that machine would have done. So not only did the machine just knock out its own competition, but now it's recruiting people, which is just really, really, really scary. Because I don't know, I am like really, really scared of like any computery, terminatory kind of stuff Saw that movie as a kid, traumatized the crap out of me. I'm afraid of robots. Okay, it's totally legit. Whatever, I don't care. So the fact that the machine is now doing this, I don't know if it's given instructions to do this by that creepy older guy, or is it doing this on its own, which is even more horrifying. So we'll see what happens because the fact that it's recruiting, I mean, and it was doing this like every 20 something days, so you know there are more, and it's doing this globally, so you know there is a lot. It's recruiting a lot of people in its crusade against, we don't know. That's the problem. So we'll see what happens. Oh boy. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, last but not least, we have Modern Family, which was hilarious. As always, I don't think I need to go in detail about Modern Family. It's like really cute. The fact that Jay took pottery classes to make, what's her name? Why I can't remember her name. Gorgeous, gorgeous woman dating Elsie the werewolf. Oh my god, I'm blanking out on everyone's name. Anyway, the fact that Jay took a pottery class to make her this like sentimental gift was so adorable and so not like Jay, and she just went and like totally smashed it. But then in the end, they all worked it out and whatever, and it was really really cute. Anyway, yeah, hilarious episode. Going to South Park, which what was this episode called? Hold on, gluten free Ebola. I'm sorry, that okay. I don't know anybody that's gluten free, so I can't I don't know how they feel when people are like, oh my god, I'm gluten free, and I am I am a vegetarian, however, and I see the annoyance of my friends when we go to restaurants, and I'm like, oh, I can't eat that because that has I don't eat meat, and then they're like, my friends are like, oh my god, just eat something, just pick something, so and I'm not like overbearing about it. I'm just like, oh, can I eat that, so I can only imagine what in people who tend to go overboard with certain fads or how aggravating they can be. The fact that the guy drank the gluten and then his like penis like exploded and just flew away. I laughed so hard. Like I think I was in tears. So thank you, South Park, for always entertaining. This was like such a weird episode. The fact that it had continuity, like it was so weird. Like never in all my years of watching South Park, and trust me, I've been watching South Park for maybe mm, maybe 15 years, 15 years. So this is the first time I've ever seen an episode that continued, that wasn't like a part one, part two kind of thing. My mind was blown. I was like, oh crap. So are we gonna see more of this continuity stuff, guys? Please say yes, because it was so awesome. And yeah, I love Soap Opera. The end.